It was going well. Um, just had this on my mind after I finished from working out. When you're going on a journey, you can't expect to have all the answers up front and already. You'll find the answers along the journey. Um, and that was the issue I had for a long time. Is like I would try to find like the perfect. Okay, what's the perfect formula for what I'm trying to do? Is this right? Is this right? But the thing is that everybody's different. Everybody's an individual. You're different. No matter like I could generalize you if I wanted to, but at the same time, you're unique in your own way. So when it comes to advice, I just found that the best advice comes from just action alone, taking the steps to wherever you're trying to go. Because what I've had times where people will tell me stuff, I'm like, that does not work for me. And it might be the greatest advice that they've ever heard, but that it might not work for me. And you just have to kind of find your answers along the way and be okay with not knowing sometimes or seeing seeing something so clear and distinct, because it's going to feel foggy sometimes where you don't really know. You have hope, but you don't really know what's going to come out of it, right? You just have hope that something beautiful or great comes out of it, whatever you're trying to do. And that's okay. It's okay to feel kind of like to feel like you don't have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers. I don't care how much they try to act like they have it all together or they figured it out. They don't have all the answers. That's something I learned like in my early 20s is that a lot of people are really just out here winging it, and they try to act like they have it together. Um, and that's something I never wanted to do is act like I just had it all together or I have this perfect life or I've made the perfect decisions. No, I've made decisions, but decisions that are best for my life. Now, you might make decisions that might rub people the wrong way, or people might not like it. Your own family or parents or whatever, they might not like it, but it's not supposed to make sense to them. It's supposed to make sense to you and your life. Right? I don't say that from like a selfish standpoint, but more so in the lines of you have to live your own life for you. You can't sit here and try to have people try to live through you because I'm promise you're gonna be miserable as hell when you realize like, oh well, I've never made a decision based on something I've actually wanted to do. It's always been based on, well, what is my mom gonna think about this? What is my dad gonna think about this? What is my spouse gonna think about this? What does this person want to think about this? Because you will evolve over time and you will change into a different person, but you have to be okay with the direction that God's taking you in. Some people they call God something else. That's cool. I don't care. But that's what I call it. That's what I call it. It's like you might have an idea of who you are, what you want to be, but that might it might be a catalyst for something greater or bigger. You see what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to like walk on that journey of the unknown because that's where you'll really start to kind of find yourself to a degree. Taking risks, taking chances, listening to your intuition. You can't sit there and try to strategize your whole life because you can have a whole plan for your life if you wanted to, but it's kind of like when we were in high school and people would ask like, "Oh, what do you want to do with your life after this?" Fuck, I'm supposed to know. I'm 18. How am I supposed to know that? I'm 18. Like you might have an idea maybe, but usually that something will change. You might experience something like, "Oh no, I actually want to do this or I want to do that." The same thing in day-to-day life is just the fact of you have to be willing to embrace that on your journey, not try to stray away or say, "You know what? No, this is what they told me I'm going to be. I'm going to be this." Because then, are you really an individual at the end of the day, or are you just a caricature of what you possibly could be? Um, and that is something I used to be afraid of is waking up one day and being like, okay, I did not choose this life. You chose it, but you didn't choose it at the same time. You kind of let people kind of in your ear kind of guide you in a direction they thought you would be great at, but you might be miserable at. This is why people they'll get degrees and they'll they'll be in a profession for so long, and then one day they're like, I don't want to do. I never want to do this. They finally become real with themselves. Some people they might not ever be real with themselves, but if you if you want to do something with your life, don't be afraid of the journey that it'll take you on. That's like the main message of the video today. So I hope once again this video finds you well, and I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you soon. Peace.